Today we're decoding your Amazon package label. We've all been there. You long to share an evening stroll with Albert Einstein. Boom. Feeling sad, but regular cat butt just isn't enough? Wow. Sleepy but hungry? Maybe a baguette pillow will do.
Bonjour.
It seems like Amazon always has exactly what you need. And when you order that special item, it's gonna come in one of these. This is gonna come with one of these. So what does it all mean? You're about to find out. This part of the video is brought to you by me because apparently I forgot to hit record. I just want to mention that I'm specifically talking about packages delivered by Amazon's own delivery service. If your label doesn't look like this, it wasn't delivered by Amazon. And the easiest way to tell is this number right here, your TBA. This is your package's tracking number. If it starts with TBA, it means transported by Amazon. Just a bunch of numbers, that's USPS. If it starts with a 1Z, that's UPS. Okay, now that you know what a TBA is, let's start with the basics. You've got your customer name, your customer address, package weight, and then the expected delivery date. That date's not accurate 100% of the time because delays do happen, but I will say for 1 and 2 day shipping, it's usually pretty spot on. Okay, DWA2, it's twice on the label here. This is the delivery station, so this is the final stage of the process where packages are put onto Amazon vans and sent out for delivery. In this case, it's DWA2 in Tukwila, Washington, which is basically Seattle, but for tax purposes, it is not Seattle. The delivery station is going to be the final Amazon facility that your package passes through on its journey to your doorstep. But there are a few other facilities that it passes through on its way. BFI-4 is a fulfillment center in Kent, Washington. These facilities are usually named after the nearest airport, which in this case is Boeing Field International, BFI. This is where the one or few items that you ordered are picked from inventory and put together into Amazon packaging. I feel like I hear this question a lot. People will order 3 items at once. 2 of the items will arrive. Maybe like a day later, the 3rd item arrives. Doesn't make any sense, right? Why don't they just ship them all at once? Doesn't that seem easier? Doesn't that save shipping material and all that? Chances are that 3rd item just wasn't in stock at the fulfillment center that the other 2 were in stock at. So they had to go through a different fulfillment center, and that one had its own little journey to get to you. RNT9 is a sortation center in Fife, Washington. RNT is the code for Renton Municipal Airport. The sortation center's job is to bring in and sort out deliveries from 1 or more fulfillment centers for delivery to a defined regional group. It helps me to think of these facilities on a nationwide, regional, and local level. If you're in the US and you order something, your item is in an inventory of millions of other items across 100 plus fulfillment centers in the United States. It is then picked from the inventory at one of those fulfillment centers, packed onto a pallet, and then shipped to a sortation center in your region. From there it is unpacked, packed again by zip code, and then sent to your nearest delivery station for final delivery. Usually a fulfillment center might cover a state, a sortation center might cover a certain part of a state, and then a delivery station will cover a specific city or a metro area. CVG2 is a return facility in Hebron, Kentucky. If I were to return this package, it would be sent here to be restocked or sold in bulk in a giant Amazon returns pallet. And WA2 and DWA2 underneath are other station codes. These have something to do with which pallet your package goes on when it's being sorted at these different facilities, but I've never actually worked in the warehouse, so I don't know the specifics. I think that's the general idea, is that it has to do with sorting within the facility. Cycle 1, this is a reference to the delivery station sorting process. For example, Sunday evening, 10 trailers come in, filled with Amazon packages from the sortation center. Amazon warehouse workers unpack those trailers. They sort all of those packages into routes. Delivery drivers pick up the routes and deliver the packages, and then they do it all over again the next day. So cycle 1 is the first sort, which usually ends at 8 a.m. Cycle 2 is the second sort, which usually ends around 11 a.m. So this just means you'd have a wave of delivery drivers that heads out around 8 a.m. and then you'd have a second wave that heads out around 11 a.m. At my delivery station, we actually just had one big cycle,
Mega cycle,
which means that ideally every package would be leaving the station on vans, ready to be delivered by 8:30 a.m. every morning. Next up are your QR codes and barcode. These are just the scannable version of your TBA. Different machines and different parts of the process read the barcodes in different configurations, Plus, if one of them gets damaged or covered by another sticker, there's a backup. As a delivery driver, I'd have to scan one of these barcodes before I could mark a package as delivered. And then there are two more. They're so small you might miss them. This mumbo jumbo is related to Amazon's internal tracking before it has a TBA. And then this 2/4301 means that you had 2 packages in your shipment. The 4301 refers to the SLAM station. The SLAM station is the machine that affixes your shipping label to your package. SLAM stands for, let me look at my notes, scan, label, apply, manifest. And this is where the shipping label is born. And that's everything. And I took so long that the sun is shining on my face now. For more about Amazon last mile delivery and my experience slanging packages here in Seattle, check it out. I made a playlist just for you. And that is your Amazon Label Explained. Later.